Good evening, and welcome to the Tuesday night net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on this frequency of 146.97 with a PL tone of 162.2. My name is Wes, and my call sign is AE0OC. While this is not an emergency net, anyone at any time has emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing none, I will move on to announcements. But first, I want to thank everyone that attended the OARS Hamfest and all the volunteers that made it a great success. We could not do it without you. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7, but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House will be Saturday, April the 8th. And Saturday breakfast with the OARS Club for April will be at 7:30 at Family Restaurant in Mount Vernon. More to follow. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-Star net, Monday at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net, Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 146.970. And the Simplex net on the first Saturday of the month at 7 p.m. on 146.460. And that is this coming Saturday is the next Simplex net, so make sure you get tuned in for that one. Saturday, April 22nd will be the first meetup of the OARS POTA group. We will be meeting at the Stockton State Park North Shelter at 9 a.m. Those bringing radios need to arrive early enough to be ready to operate at 9. Some of us will be camping in the East Campground that weekend, and if you would like to join us, you should reserve a spot ahead of time so you get one before all the good ones are gone. And the Christian Fellowship Net would like to invite everyone to join them on the SMARC 146.910 repeater every Saturday at 9 a.m. This is a non-denominational open net, and everyone is welcome to participate. This net is now being streamed on 59 Radio YouTube channel, so if you want to see how you sound on the air or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. All right, not hearing anybody, so let's move right into some check-ins. Let's see if we've got any short-time check-ins. Anybody that can't stick around for the whole net, go ahead and give me your call now.
KS0IQA, Kilo Foxtrot 0 Iquid Aviation, Barry and Jenkins. And I've got really nothing much to say. Been working a lot on firewood for 2 seasons from now.
W0ZAC, short time.
All right, got 2 of you there. Let's start off with Barry. How have you been, and you got anything at all for the net?
Yeah, hi, Wes. Yeah, thanks for doing that. No, today was a trip into Springfield for Catherine to get taken to the doctors, and I've spent the rest of the day cutting firewood. So, yeah, nothing much happening here. Just get ready for 2 winters from now.
Well, yeah, I wish I was that far ahead on firewood, but that seems to be the way it always goes, isn't it? I always seem to get behind on everything, but in any case, You be careful out there cutting the firewood, though. That is a dangerous job.
Yes, thank you, Father dear. And yes, 78. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
All right, Barry, thanks for checking in tonight. And let's move down to Zach, W0ZAC. How are you doing tonight, Zach?
Well, good evening, Wes, and everyone on the net. I am HT portable up on the roof at the moment, getting my 2-meter loop back up. Hopefully I can catch in the sideband net tonight. Other than that, not much going on in Mount Vernon. Had a good time at the Ham Fest Saturday. Thought it went pretty well, pretty smoothly. Looking forward to doing it again next year. So we'll say 7-3 and hand her back to you. W0ZAC.
All right, Zach, and you obviously were one of the volunteers I was talking about there. So very much appreciate everything you did for the Ham Fest this year.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Had a good time doing it. Learned a lot. Looking forward to making another go at it next year.
Yeah, as smooth as things went this year, next year ought to be like a well-oiled machine, I'm telling you. So, all right, well, get back to work on your antenna, and we'll catch up with you down the road. Thanks for checking in tonight, and let's move on to our first netlogger check-in, KE6GAE. Dave, how have you been?
AE0OC and the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, tired. It's been a long day at work. Actually, it's been a long couple of days at work. Other than that, just enjoyed the Ham Fest this weekend. Shouldn't have stayed on my feet the whole day, but in case I needed to help somebody, I made sure I was up and ready to go. I'm going to work with Jordan on the gateway. See if he knows a trick on forwarding through these access servers, or if he's got a better suggestion on what we can use. So hopefully we'll get this done pretty quick for the gateway. Other than that, don't have anything else for the net, so we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control. Thanks for running the net, Wes.
All right, Dave, thanks for checking in. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that D-Star rig on the internet. It would make it a lot easier to find another net control operator, that's for sure. And we are kind of short on them. I know Marvin would like to do it, but he just can't quite hit it reliably. And that would help out a bunch if he was able to do it. So hopefully it will turn out soon that is the case. But in the meantime, we'll get by with what it is. Appreciate you checking in tonight. And let's move on down to Rich, KB0RHA. How are you tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good, Wes. Really enjoyed the Ham Fest, learned a lot. As a matter of fact, it kind of inspired me to learn code. Been since '95 since I took the code test, so I think I'd like to kind of dig in and get back into it. Anyway, that's about all I've got for the net. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good one. KB0RHA.
Well, Rich, that's one thing I never had any desire to learn was Morse code. So I think it sounds neat, but it's just too much for my feeble brain to try to remember, I believe. So but we appreciate you checking in tonight, and it's good having you here. And let's move on down to our next check-in, K0SQS. Harold, how are you doing tonight?
AE0OC and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing very well, Wes. Finally got my feet back. Standing on that concrete Saturday for the better part of the day just about did me in. I'd forgotten how much I enjoyed that. Anyway, again, congratulations to you and the guys that put together the Ham Fest. outstanding success. I told Bob less is more, and I'm really serious about that. So looking forward to reporting on the outcome of the Ham Fest at the club meeting coming up on the 8th. Anyway, that's all I've got. Back to you, Wes. Thanks for running the net, K0SQS.
All right, Harold. We appreciate everything you do, too. And I think that the club is going to be pleasantly surprised when they hear all of the results and everything that happened and went on. So very much appreciate you checking in tonight. And I'm going to say 73 to you and move on down to K0MAD. Sean, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, good evening, Wes. And everybody in the group here. Doing pretty good. Kind of getting myself ready to leave out here tomorrow for a few days. But I do apologize for not being able to make an appearance at the Hamfest. I mean, I was there for a little while. I helped set up maybe 4 tables, so I wasn't much help. But I had brake fluid. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I had brake fluid soaked into my hands, and I had to get rid of it quick. It's starting to eat my fingers up. But anyway, man, I'm glad the Hamfest was a success. I was kind of concerned by how many views we had on the QRZ page, but it did pretty good. So I look forward to the next one. A0C K0MAD.
All right, Sean. Well, I appreciate why you had brake fluid on your hands. So that helping my dad out made a big difference for him, I'm telling you. So I know he was quite pleased with what all got done. So in any case, though, I'm going to say 73 to you. Appreciate you checking in tonight. And let's move on down to N0MLP. Marvin, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing quite well, Wes. Appreciate you running the net. And hello, everybody else out there listening in. Yeah, man, Hamfest, what a deal. I was quite pleased with it. I think everything went pretty good. Really excited to hear that report come meeting. But yeah, I'm excited for next year. We've already had a bunch of ideas floating around, and got to get the ball rolling. Have another committee meeting coming up here sometime soon, hopefully, and start getting everything laid out for next year. Hopefully we can make it even bigger and better than it was this year. So other than that, not doing a whole lot around here. Doing a little radio work, a little tuning some antennas and whatnot, but getting ready to do some trench work tomorrow, digging some trenches for water lines and whatnot. I'm very blessed to be able to be doing that. So, other than that, I hope everybody's having a good evening, and looking forward to the warmer weather tomorrow. And yeah, we'll hand it back to you, Wes. Thanks again, and we'll say 73.
All right, Marvin. And I know what it's like to be going through struggles with well water. So I'm glad that you're getting that about finished up and get that project rolling good. So had the same people working on mine that worked on yours. Fortunately, I didn't have to have a whole one drilled, though. But it still was no fun being without water for a while. And I want to say 73 to you. And we'll move on down to the last one on our NetLogger check-in list. Mel, how are you doing tonight? K6OZ. KF6OZ. I'll get it straight here.
AE0OC, this is KF6OZ. Good evening, Wes. Others on the net listening. Just the update for the week is, of course, the Hamfest is the center stage, and we had 2 tables there, and I think it was a relative success. I'd hoped that more people might attend than did, but I was able to sell, I think, about 4 of those glow-in-the-dark radios that I wanted to get off of my storage shelf. So I guess from that standpoint, it was a success for me personally, and I really appreciate those that really put out the work. And the surprise of the Ham Fest was the two young ladies that went around and catered food from the kitchen right to the tables where they were having the sales, and I think that was a great success, and I want to congratulate them for that. KF6OZ.
Yeah, those were two very energetic young ladies. I have to say that. Did a great job on that. So, and I think that they probably upped the kitchen sales by at least 20%.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is N0MLP. Speaking of that, they were being talked about on 3916 the night, Saturday night. So that's how far that went.
Wow. That is something else. So they are famous around the world, or at least around the nation. I'll put it that way now. So you'll have to make sure that she gets a little bit of a big head over that one.
Roger, she's ready for next year. And Mel, good to hear you in there. I'll say 73 and back out. Just wanted to say that.
All right, Marvin, I appreciate you putting that in there. That was pretty cool. All right, we are at the bottom of the net logger list and ready to start taking some over-the-air check-ins. So if you want to check into the OARS net, do so now.
KF0HOD, Portable Aurora, short time, no traffic.
Kilo Bravo 0 Bravo Oscar Papa, KB0 BOP in Verona.
WB0 OQV, Whiskey Bravo 0 Oscar Queen Victor, Jim in Marionville.
All right, got three of you there. Let's start out with KF0HOD. Bob, how are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty well, Wes. I'm not sure how my signal is right now. I've been having some trouble. I'm portable and with no external antenna set up yet. But we're here in Aurora and doing business. Signal check, anyone? Over.
Well, Bob, you got a pretty strong signal, honestly. It's just your audio is a little bit lower than everybody else, but it's not drastically so. I can understand everything you're saying.
Roger that. Well, I'll turn it back to you, Wes, and see if maybe I have the best mic. It's a handheld, so we're doing the best we can here. It's KF0HOD Aurora.
Wow, you're doing, like I said, you're doing good. You're getting in. Everybody can understand you, I'm sure. And so, and it won't be long before you have an external antenna and your base set all set up and some HF antennas going. I'm looking forward to you getting your station up and running. So, appreciate you checking in tonight. I'm going to say 73 to you and move on down. Next up is KB0 BOP. Gary, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, not doing too bad. I was a little bit under the weather for the Ham Fest, but I was able to stay a couple of hours or so and sold some stuff and made some new friends. And I think the Ham Fest was one of the smoothest that I've ever been to. So I compliment all the OARS members who were involved in getting this together. And like everybody else, I'm looking forward to next year. Over.
Yes, I very much am looking forward to next year. And it's one of them things where I don't think that we can let the momentum down. We just need to keep rolling right on ahead for next year's Hamfest and just keep the ball rolling.
Who's Would you happen to have any final attendance figures on that fest?
Gary, I wish I did. And I'm going to tell you what happened. We wrote down the starting number of armbands when we started selling them there on Saturday morning. We did not realize that there was a huge gap in the numberings of the armbands, and so at some point it jumped up by 1,000 or more or less, but somewhere in that neighborhood. And we didn't catch it when it happened, and we have no idea how many were out of there, so it just kind of was a complete lost cause of keeping track at that point.
Well, that's the way things go, but it looked like we had a pretty decent turnout. Well, anyway, I'm going to back on down and let somebody else check in. This is KB0BOP.
All right, Gary, appreciate you checking in tonight, and we're going to move on down to WB0OQV. Jimmy, how are you doing tonight?
A0C, WB0QV. I'm doing okay, Wes. Good to hear everybody on the net. Thanks for doing the net. Not a whole lot to report here, so kind of a chilly day. I need to do some antenna work. My dipole fell down, so anyway, I got to get it back up somehow. And so, not much else. I've been sitting here trying to work Sable Island on 80 meters, so not having much success. Anyway, good to hear everybody on. Back to you, Wes, A0C, WE0QV.
All right, Jimmy, we appreciate you checking in tonight. And I'm going to say 73 to you and hope you get your antenna back up and going. So that put us at the bottom of the list. Have any further check-ins for the OARS net? Please call now.
Kilo Alpha Zero Romeo Mike, KZRM, Bob in Aurora.
Zero LCX, this is Greg out of Monette.
All right, Greg, I started to double with you. Can you give me your call again?
Kilo Foxtrot Zero, Lima Zulu X-Ray.
All right, thank you very much. And let's go back up to Bob, KA0RM. How are you doing tonight?
My mouth's empty here. Doing good there, Wes. Yeah, it's been a kind of a cool day, but it's been pretty good. I had to go into work for a little while this afternoon. That's all right. Make a little bit of pocket change there. Thank everybody for coming to the Ham Fest there, and all you guys helping put it on. It turned out better than we thought it was going to. But yeah, most of you guys will be surprised once we get the results there at the meeting. That's for sure. Like Harold said, less is better. But yeah, we were down about 100, I would say, attendees for the normal Ham Fest we have. But I believe we'll have it up again next year. It's been 3-4 years since we had one right there, so we'll get her back up where she was at before, and it'll make a lot of difference there. Everybody seemed to have a lot of fun too there. So I guess that's about it there, Wes. Thanks for doing the net, and I think that the sideband net's going to be on tonight too at 8 o'clock, 144.250 there, so if anybody wants to do that. Catch you later, KA0RM Aurora.
All right, Bob. Appreciate you checking in tonight, and I know that there's been a few people talking about the sideband net, so hopefully that goes on and works out well for everybody tonight. I'm going to say 73 to you and move down to KF0 LZX. Greg, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing pretty good, actually. new guy here. Literally just got my call sign a week ago. I live here in Monette, and kind of looking forward to meeting everybody. I really don't know much of anything, so looking forward to learning as much as I can. And just a real quick bio on myself. I live here south side of Monette. I work for a mechanical contractor out of Springfield, Springfield Mechanical. I do ammonia refrigeration service work, and that's pretty much it. Just like I said, looking forward to meeting everybody and trying to learn a little more about ham radios.
All right, great. Are you going to be at our meeting on the second Saturday? It'll be the 8th. If you can, come at 6 so we can all hang out and visit for a while first.
Yeah, I'd love to. I will absolutely plan on it. With my line of work, it's kind of hectic, kind of crazy, so I don't really have a set schedule, but I absolutely plan on trying to attend, that's for sure.
All right, well, we look forward to meeting you there. And don't make yourself a stranger. I know that you had a little trouble getting into the D-Star net last night, but hopefully you got that sorted out and be able to get into it next week. And definitely, by all means, come get on this net every week. And if you can, I don't know if you have any kind of mobile radio or anything like that, or if you're strictly on handheld, but Sean is running the Simplex net on Saturday night, and if you just absolutely don't have any way to listen in on it, you could always watch the live stream too. We'll be doing that, and I'm going to say that there's a very high probability that from Monette to Aurora, you'll be able to get into him.
Yeah, I will absolutely try to do that as well. But yeah, I'm just on a handheld as of now. But anyway, hopefully be picking up some equipment here in the future.
Well, Sean's got a real strong antenna, so should be able to reach you without too much problem, I would say. You'll be able to hear him, I'm just sure of that. And I bet he can hear you from Monette, but you probably won't be able to hear many of the other stations. It's going to be the limiting factor there. So that's why I suggested the live stream, just to be able to hear what else is going on. But I appreciate you checking in tonight. And you put us down at the bottom of the list. So I'm looking for more check-ins for the OARS net. This is AE0OC. Please call now.
KA0SPM.
Kilo Echo 0, Yankee Mike Z.
All right, got a couple more of you there. KA0SPM. Steve, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good out here in the Bodor Wildlife area with an HT standing tiptoes.
Well, that explains the crackling on your signal there. I'd heard something about some planetary alignments or something or other going on. Is that what you guys are out there doing?
Yeah, we're going to try to get pictures. Got a cloud bank moving in from the west, so it's probably going to have to be quick if we get it. I'll let Dan have it. Thanks for running the net, West.
All right, Steve, thanks for checking in tonight, and I hope you get those pictures. So I'm going to say 73 to you, and we'll move on down to KE0YMZ. Dave, how are you doing tonight?
Well, good evening, Wes, and everyone else on the net. This is KE0YMZ, David, in Springfield. Doing great. Been playing radio all day, working on a few radios and making some jumpers up. My whole day has been a radio-filled day, so something to do with radio. I went to the UPS store today and had them print out a manual for a newly acquired transmitter that I bought, and so it's just been a fun day, and it was beautiful out. I did wear a light jacket, but that's just because I'm cold-blooded, I guess. But it was really great. Good seeing you at the Hamfest. You sound like you have rested up, and you've caught your second wind. I think that about wore you out. Anyway, thank you for letting me in, and great net tonight. KE0YMZ.
Well, David, it was great seeing you at the Hamfest also, and you are quite correct. I was pretty worn out by the end of it. I came home and I took a nap. It was that bad. So, but it was sure a lot of fun. And you started talking about radio stuff. I had forgot to tell everybody that I finally made it to the 100 DX, or the DX 100 award on QRZ. So I now got that one in the books, and I'm actually only 3 away from having it on a phone only award instead of it being mixed. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting that topped off too. So appreciate you checking in, David, and hopefully we'll hear from you again next week. This is AE0OC. We're at the bottom of the list of any further check-ins.
This is November 0 Oscar Charlie Whiskey N0 OCW Richard in Springfield. No traffic.
All right, Richard, N0 OCW. How you been, and what do you have for the net tonight?
Oh, we're doing all right. Just got in on the tail end of the net, so thought I'd check in.
All right, well, we appreciate having you. You might not have been here for the beginning part. I want to remind you about our Simplex net going on Saturday at 7 o'clock on 146.460. If you get the opportunity to check in on that, it'd be great.
Okay, I'm not sure I can check in on that one here in Springfield, but we'll at least try to give it a lesson. I'll turn it back over to net control N0 OCW.
Well, from Springfield, the way you're hitting this repeater nice and clear, I would say you won't have any trouble hitting Sean and Aurora on the Simplex net. He's got a monster of an antenna up there, I'm telling you. And he has a beam too, so if he has trouble hearing it, he can always swing the beam over at you. But anyway, we'd love to have you on there, and hope to catch you again next week. So this is AE0OC. We're at the bottom of the list. Any further check-ins for the OARS net? All right, Kathy, boy, your volume is way down. I'm not sure what's going on, if you get this mic held out from you too far or what, but I was barely able to pick you out of that.
All right, how about now?
That was some improvement, yeah. Just the mic gain seems like it's way down on you there. But how have you been, and are you recovered from the Hamfest? I know that you were one of the hardest workers there, I'm telling you.
Oh, you make me blush. Yeah, I'm recovered just fine.
Yeah, you may not have put the miles on the Nevaeh did, but you had the heavy lifting of that job, I'm telling you. All of you girls in the kitchen were the hardest workers there, that's for sure. You kind of broke up that time. I caught most of it, though. So, but very much appreciate you checking in, and we very much appreciate everything you did for the Hamfest, and looking forward to hopefully having you do it all over again next year. So, I'm going to say 73 to you, and hope to see you soon. So, this is AE0OC. We're at the bottom of the list. Have any further check-ins?
A0 RWD, Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Delta. Ron in just out of Cassville, and I've got two 15-foot garage doors that have been blown out of my barn, and there's all kinds of large trees that have just been rooted off of Highway U. People are getting a whole lot of excuse me, a whole lot of contact but it's just all the big trees. I've never seen it to do. So we've had quite a bit of a mess here.
Okay, Ron, I wasn't even aware that there was a storm or anything went through there.
It was kind of a narrow one, but the thing of it is that there was one big burst, and it shook a whole bunch of stuff here at my place, but it was narrow, but they're finding that there's a whole lot more that are going to fall down.
Well, okay, this is all very much news to me. I didn't know anything about it, so appreciate you passing the word on about that. Did you have anything else for the net tonight?
Just saying 7-3s, and we had a excellent turnout up there at especially, like I said, like you all said, with the young girls getting probably some of the most fun that they've had for a long time, and I like to hear stuff like that. So I'll just get out of here then. K0 RWD.
Yeah, I think they had a good time, and I saw them catching a few tips here and there too, so they might have turned out better at the Hamfest than most of the rest of us. I know that I definitely didn't walk out with more money than I went in with. So appreciate you checking in tonight, Ron. I'm going to say 73 to you. Puts us at the bottom of the list again. So any more check-ins for the OARS net?
KAZRM recheck.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
I want to mention again, Lawrence will probably come out with a flyer on this, but next meeting we have, which is the 8th, our waitress's birthday, 25th birthday, is that day. And I mentioned some already, but some that don't know it. I want to have a card shower for her, so if you appreciate it, if you get her a card, and she does a good job there with us, and we have a big old card shower there. And like I said, the next meeting there, or the internet thing here, we have the 4th, I guess it is our next one there. Well, I'll mention it again too, but just kind of remind you there, if we can, we just get a bunch of cards for her there, our waitress there at the restaurant. KA0RM.
All right, Bob, I know you said she's going to be 25 and she's getting ready to go off to college or something, but I have it wrote down, but I don't have it right in front of me. But you might tell her name so that they can put that on the card.
His name is Amira, Amira, A-M-I-R-A, I think it is. She's already in college. That's the reason she's working.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Bob. And yeah, I think that would make her day to get a big bunch of cards like that. So appreciate you letting us know that. Looking for any final check-ins for the OARS net. This is AE0OC. All right, well, I believe that's going to call it a net then. Looks like we had 19 check-ins total, including myself, and had a lot of good conversation. And a lot of people seem to have enjoyed our Ham Fest. I'm glad of that. And I'm really looking forward to doing it again next year. So, oh, I just saw something on the live stream that I'm doubled with somebody that was trying to get in. So if I got someone trying to get in, go ahead.
W0GOD.
Well, I am certainly glad that I stuck around for that one. Hello, Peter. How are you doing?
How you doing, Wes? I hope the delay is not too long. I'm having to listen to the live stream while I transmit, so let me just say a quick 7-3 to everyone. I greatly enjoyed meeting so many people at the Ham Fest, and I look forward to our next meeting. 7-3 to all.
KE5QMJ, Ona and Mount Vernon.
All right, Peter. Appreciate you checking in. Oh, no, I did hear you in there. I'll get to you in just a second here. So appreciate you checking in. And glad that you came to the Ham Fest. I know you had to be a little late getting there, but it was really a good time having you there. So appreciate you very much, and hopefully we'll see you at the next meeting. And until then, I'm going to say 73, and we'll move on down to Ona. It was, I think it's KE5 QMJ, I think. Yep, got it right.
Don't have much to add. Just have a nice day, and thank you for running the net.
Well, Ona, I'm so glad that you were able to make it to the Ham Fest also. I know we were kind of wondering if you would be able to or not, but I'm glad you were there, and very much appreciated having you there, and appreciate you checking in tonight. So continue with your recovery, and we will talk to you soon. So say 73 to you, and give it a try for one more time. See if we got anybody else want to check into the OARS net.
Alpha November Whiskey, K5ANW, Daryl in Springdale.
Well, hello, Daryl. I haven't heard from you in quite a while. Good to have you on here tonight. How you been doing?
I've been pretty good. It's taking band conditions has been down low enough that I wasn't even copy about the last 3 nets and possibly 4 nets. It's kind of aggravating me because I'd kind of like to jump in and say hello to everyone and hope everybody's having a good day. So anyway, that's what's been going on. I haven't had any kind of issues with myself. No medical problems or nothing that's aggravating, other than just a cotton-picking band being down.
All right, Daryl. And this Saturday, Sean's doing the Simplex net And I know he, every week, or every month, I mean, he keeps saying, maybe Daryl's going to be able to check in. So if you get a chance, 7 o'clock on Saturday, be on 146.460 and give him a holler.
146.460. I will do my best to do that. And before I'm thinking about it, I'll mention this. Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, we have a low sideband. It's 144.215. Anybody who wants to would be more than welcome to join us if at all possible. Now, hopefully conditions will come up enough for some of the folks in your area would be able to do that. I'd love to hear from you.
All right, Daryl, that was 144.215 Thursday at, did you say 7 o'clock?
Yes, sir, affirmative. That's upper sideband. And I've already forgot the time. Saturday, what time was that?
Saturday, 7 o'clock, and it's 146.460, and of course, Simplex, and Sean is there in Aurora. Of course, you, I'm sure, know his call, KE0MAD, if you have a beam and you want to try to point right at him or something, but he should be able to hear you without any problems, though. I think he said he hears you on reverse pretty much every time you're on the net.
Yes, sir. I had the pleasure of talking with Sean here 2-3 weeks ago. 146.52. And he's booming in here like he's had a couple of KW behind him. So I think maybe I can get to him. I'll certainly try it, and hopefully I can do that.
All right, well, I know it'd make him happy if you could, so if you get the chance, that'd be great. And of course, we'll be live streaming that too, so I'll be listening in on that one. And actually, I'll check in with him also. So hope to hear from you, and I'm going to say 73 to you and give it one more call, see if we got any final check-ins for the OARS net.
KA0SPM recheck.
Go ahead, Steve.
Now, I'm just testing a different antenna. I've got a temporary on the car, so hopefully that actually sounds a little bit better than what it was.
Well, you're infinitely better than what it was. Hard to tell that you're not on your actual radio in the truck.
Well, very good. I'm west of Botark, about a mile and a half, the actual city of Botark. So it's still a pretty good trip, but I'm pretty happy that's making it with 5 watts.
Yeah, you're getting in just fine. I understand every word you're saying this time around, so appreciate you giving that recheck and letting us hear you a little better there. And did you get the pictures you wanted?
Not yet. It's still pretty light out, but we're pretty got a good setup. I got some nice sunset shots, so we're working on it.
All right, and remind me again what planets it is that are all supposed to be visible at the same time.
Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, and Mercury, which I'm not sure about that last one, but I am sure about the others.
All right, thanks, Steve. So have a good time out there, and it was good hearing from you tonight. Do you have any further check-ins for the OARS net? All right, last call for check-ins to the OARS net. This is AE0OC. All right, we're going to call it a net. 22 check-ins, including myself. A lot of great discussion and had a good time. So appreciate everybody who checked in and hope to hear all of you again next week. So this is AE0OC 73, everybody.
Thank you.